In this video, I'm going to talk about convolution in neural networks. So one of the main reasons behind the popularity of deep learning is convolution neural networks. As we can see even in Kaggle competition, a lot of competitions nowadays use convolution neural networks mainly. So in a convolution network, one of the main type of calculation that we do is doing a convolution. So an input image, when we have an input image and we have a filter, and we transform the input image using the filter to get a convoluted transformed image, which is called a convoluted image. So this is what we do in convolution, which I'll explain later. So convolution along with back propagation remove the need for feature engineering in neural networks. So that is one of the main powerful features of convolutional neural networks. So next I'm going to explain how we do the calculation to do a convolution. So imagine we have an input image on the left as given on the left, and we have a filter. So by a filter I mean the 3 by 3 matrix, and in that matrix we have different values. So here we have -1 or 1, and we have an input image. So on the right I have a convoluted image. So right now nothing is populated. So suppose want to calculate the value for the cell colored on the right image. So how do we calculate from the input image, and using the filter how do we get that value? So imagine we put the filter directly on top of the colored part of the input image. So we have the colored part there, and I have the filter, both have the same shape, 3 by 3 matrix. And if I put the filter directly on top of that input image, and then we multiply the cells on top of each other. So the cells are colored with the same color. So for example, on the bottom left we have a green colored cell. In the filter also we have a green colored cell in the bottom left. So multiplying that, we'll get -1, and 1 will get -1. Similarly, on the top right we have a brown cell, and both cells are 1, so multiplying we'll get 1. On the top left we have a light green cell, both cells are -1, so multiplying we'll get 1. So like that we multiply all the corresponding cells, and we take the sum and divide it by 9. So 9, because we have 9 cells here, so we are finding the average. So if we do that calculation, we'll get the value of 0.7778. So this is how we find the value of each cell in the convoluted image. So for example, if you want to find the value for the next image, next cell, so what we do is we shift the input image right by 1 cell, and we do this, repeat the calculation again. So as you can see, the colored cell on the input image shifted by 1 cell, and we do the calculation again. So here we have, for example, for the bottom left cell we have -1, and the filter also we have 1 on the bottom left. So multiplying we'll get -1. Similarly, we multiply all the corresponding cells, take a sum and divide by 9. So finding the average, we'll get -0.111. This is how we calculate each cell in the convoluted image. If we do this for all the cells, we'll get the final convoluted image. Now I'm going to show you some examples of these convoluted images. So for example, suppose we have two images as shown here. On the left I have an image X representing X, and on the right we have image O. So, and I have 4 filters here. One is a vertical filter, and on the second and third one are diagonal filters, and the fourth one is a horizontal filter. So as we can see from the color, it represents vertical line or horizontal line or diagonal lines. Let's see what we get when we convolute both the images with the horizontal filter. When we convolute the image X with the horizontal filter, we cannot see any clear pattern. But the image O, we can clearly see that two horizontal lines corresponding to the horizontal part of the image O. We can clearly see that here. So the higher values for the horizontal lines, so we have higher values for the horizontal lines. All the other parts of the image has lower values. So only the horizontal lines in the original image are we are getting in the transformed image. Similarly, when we convolute the original images with vertical filter, again for image X we cannot see any clear pattern, but for image O we can see two vertical lines, so which is corresponding to the vertical lines in the image O. Again for if we convolute the two images with the diagonal filters, so first diagonal filter, when we convolute for image O we cannot see any clear pattern again. So for image O, because there is no diagonal part in the image O, but for image X we can see one of the diagonals is being shown in the transformed image. In the original image we have two diagonals, but in the transformed image only one diagonal can be identified, the other diagonal is removed. So here by doing the convolution, only one of the diagonals is being identified. So